Questions spark conversation, and conversation sparks topic. And the question in this particular case was, Cuba, what's your favorite Initio fragrance in your stash? And I had to sit down and think about that because I don't have a ton of Initio fragrances. I have maybe 7 or 8 different fragrances, but within those scents, which one of those speak to me currently in 2025, right now, today? Which one of these fragrances would I recommend for somebody to try out? Now, this particular person was in a Neiman Marcus department store looking through some fragrances, and that question sparked up, and it made me think. I'm like, damn, I haven't dug into the Initio lineup this year to see which one of them are like calling my attention. Like, am I still stuck on 1 or 2 different fragrances, or are they smelling different, extra sexy, or what has happened to these scents right now, and how comfortably would I feel recommending them to somebody? So with that being said, I've managed to solidify 5 different Initio fragrances that for me today speak to my style. Let's roll my music so I can put you on to 5 recommendations of Initio fragrances that you might want to try out. Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, 𝗙𝐸 to the B to the A. The Initio brand has a really solid lineup of fragrances, and they all have something a little bit different to captivate everybody's nose, everybody's style, everybody's flow. Like recently, there's been a lot of hype around one of the fragrances because of the streaming world. The streaming world right now is the influencer apex, right? It's everybody's on that grind trying to be the next big 𝗙𝐸𝗏 Team AMP type streamer. And the fact is that some of those guys, I think it was the kid Duke Dennis or whatever, and Phantom, who has a very big fragrance collection, shout out to him because he's from New York, he's BX all day. So all of them really give hype to the first fragrance that I put on this list, and I have to agree that the sexiness of this fragrance is loved by hundreds of thousands of people. And that's Initio Side Effect. Initio Side Effect is like, damn, it is incredible. Like truly, if there was really such thing as a certified panty dropper, I think Side Effect would fall into that category. Something so boozy and smoky with that gorgeous tobacco essence. You got vanillic tones, you got that puff of spicy cinnamon, giving you this beautiful balance of sweet, spicy, booze, airy, mature, masculine, but ultra inviting. And one of those fragrances that within that close quarter, arm distance, you're gonna be having eye-to-eye conversation with somebody, but they're going to be mystified by your scent as long as you don't smell like shit with fragrance on. It's no mystery why some people would categorize this joint as like the sexiest tobacco fragrance that has this intoxicating factor. I mean, think of a Dubai tax-free lifestyle in a PJ, sipping on a little bit of a something, smoking a cigar on that jetliner. It has that luxurious scent profile, that bold, really solid performance, and it's just sexy all the way from top to bottom. So if I were gonna recommend an Initio fragrance for you to try out, it would have to be Side Effect, amongst these others. If you wanna visualize a fresh and addictive 2025 version of the Playboy man, giving you this musky, smooth, creamy, spicy element, then I'd have to put Rehab in that list. The vetiver woody dryness in this scent profile is beautiful. The peppery nuance. This is lively. This is extraordinarily wearable in all seasons. This is a signature scent worthy scent profile. It's a beautiful balance of lavender cleanliness with this musky dryness of vetiver, and then the peppermill. The peppermill running through this fragrance is intoxicatingly beautiful. This is one of the first, if not the first, Initio fragrance that I got, and I couldn't agree more with the majority of the people how they felt with this fragrance, because they all were like, damn, this shit is a tremendo bomba. Some people put it in the space of like a spice bomb on steroids, or the niche version of a spice bomb. Sure, we can play that for comparison purposes, but what this was doing off of my skin was legendary. I'm running out of this fragrance. It's probably living around this mark, and I'm still milking this shit for as much as possible. If we want to talk about a beautifully versatile, dry, spicy fragrance with a beautiful musky punch and vibrancy, then Initio's Rehab is one that I would definitely recommend you to try out. Now, if you want to play with the big boys and get a little bold and risky, then we're talking about Oud for Greatness. The original Oud for Greatness spawned off something that I'd never smelled before. It was an experience that I was like, what the fuck is this? And how haven't I experienced something like this before? Dubai rooftops with VIP valeted Rolls Royces everywhere. It's a slightly spicy, medicinal, wearable oud that doesn't have any funkiness to it. If Batman's alter ego was an Arabic billionaire, that's kind of the scent DNA that you're getting from this fragrance. It's strong, it's bold, it's captivating, it's very intriguing, and it does lean more cold weather. Also ultra handsome, very potent, very unique, and a super wearable entry-level space to what oud can potentially smell like when mixed properly. Now, is this a natural oud? I don't fucking know. And I truly don't care, and neither will you. You just want the compliment factor. You want to be unique, you want to be handsome, you want to be sexy. Then if you're looking in the Initio space, I would have to say you gotta try out Oud for Greatness next. Now, if we're going to be tapping into magic mushrooms, this is the scent that I'm wearing today. And I've been back and forth with this fragrance as far as finding little notes in it that captivate me and speak to my pH level. Psychedelic love is just continuously growing on me. I don't know what it is about this fragrance, honestly. There's something that's very attractive and confusing at the same time. It makes me go through this roller coaster of thought pattern, and maybe that's where the name inspires from, psychedelic love. Like you're tripping a little bit. Like I'm bugging out because I like the scent, but I don't know how I feel about the scent. It feels like I'm doing something illegal smelling this fucking good.
Oh shit, buddy, I gotta dig a little deeper.
It's dirty and it's floral. It's musky and it's sweet. It's kind of battling with your self-conscious. You got the good angel and you got the devil on each side. Both of them are whispering in your ear, but then the devil kicks the other one in the nutsack. And then you got two devils whispering in your ear like, let's get nasty. That's the one I'm listening to. And that's how I feel about psychedelic love. If I were to ever recommend somebody a floral scent profile that's very inviting and masculine to wear, this will confuse the shit out of you in the best way possible, so try it. And finally, Paragon. Have to put Paragon. As a plum fan, how am I not going to put Paragon? But it's not just about the plum in this fragrance. It's what the Palo Santo does with that plum that makes it extraordinary for me. It's like a spiritual gangster in a bottle.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Think of a billionaire who sits down and meditates in the morning before tackling the boardroom and firing 14 people and still making 7 figures by the end of the business day. Hedge fund boss who does like to risk a little bit when it comes to his scent profile. He knows the power of Palo Santo, the holiness, the smokiness, the woody attribute, the characteristic of this mystical piece of wood that smells amazing and is used in all these rituals as something ultra powerful. And then you add the juiciness of this incredible plum that's super ripe, and being able to photorealistically picture you squeezing this really dark, rich plum and seeing that purple juice drip down your forearm. You can smell the squozenness of this shit. The shift in my mood when I wear this fragrance is incredible. I love what this does for me. As a plum fan, I'm definitely biased. I like how this fragrance flows. I love Palo Santo scent profiles. So taking two different profiles that I'm a fan of and combining them like they were stitched together like a perfect quilt, match made in heaven. And I'm here as like pro plum, pause, that if you haven't experienced a plum fragrance, this is a great entry point that won't blast you in the face with all plummy goodness, but will take you on a spiritual journey through a plum garden, if that even exists. And that's it. Those are the 5 Initio fragrances that I would tell you, yo, sample, see how they flow on you. There's a few other Initio fragrances that could have easily been swapped, but as of today, these are the ones that called my attention and said, yo, when you're gonna make a list as far as recommendations, if you get asked this question today or this month or the next 2 to 3 months, unless some other crazy shit drops, these are the 5 Initio fragrances that I would tell you, yo, try it out and let me know how it flows. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. What's your favorite Initio fragrance? Leave it in the comments below. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.